Hey guys, how's it going? This is Puck. Today I'm going to come back to this book, Creative Pep Talk by Andy J. Miller. I've talked about this book before. I haven't done a video on it in a while. But, I love this book because it just has so many quotes, inspirational, motivational, and just like very realistic about creativity and productivity. And I just like to find a quote, find a new one, and break it down just with my experience and my thoughts on it. So I don't know what I'm going to find today. So let's check it out. Let's see what's in here. Joby and Friends. Joby and Friends, cool. Discover something. As creatives, we get very caught up in our heads with trying to find the right idea within the first minute of conception and then get frustrated when it's not there. We forget that we need to dive deeper and work with others to chisel away at an idea, to try new things, and to get out of our comfort zones. Only then can we discover something new and worth doing. Discover something new. Well, basically what this quote is saying is that sometimes you sit down, you're trying to make something, anything that it is for you. For me would be when I try to write, when I try to make a video, when I try to write a song, drawing, anything that it is that you're doing. Sometimes you just feel like, okay, I'm gonna create something new today. You sit down, it just doesn't happen. It doesn't come up. You think you have a writer's block, you have creative block, and in some sort of way, you kind of give up. It's happened to me millions of times. I don't think I've done something for millions of times, but it's happened to me so many more times than the times that I actually sit down and produce something. Sometimes you sit down, pull up your laptop, you have your research books, you got your notes, you got your ideas, you sit in your computer, and I'm trying to write a new chapter for something, for a book or for anything, and I'm just there staring at the keyboard and staring at the notes, and nothing comes up. So what I believe, in my perspective of this quote, discover something new, is that sometimes, most times for me, this is actually like a core value in my work and in my creativity. I like to refer back to Michelangelo, and all those sculptures from that era that they were not painting. Painting, you have a white canvas, and you got your colors, your ideas that you're producing on a white canvas. You're producing whatever it is that you want. You can add on top of it, and you can just keep adding on it whatever it is that you have, right? Sculpting, it's backwards. You have a huge block of whatever it is, the materials they used, and the art is not being added. You're just removing what's unnecessary. The art and all those amazing figures are already inside the block. So you have to discover something that's inside of your block. The creative block, the production block, the writer's block. That is the block. And the creativity and the work, it's underneath. You don't have to add to it. You don't have to sit in the computer and see what you write. You're just going to remove all the distractions, all the barriers. And once you're removing, you start noticing things, and you have to follow the art. I've been studying a lot of writers because I love to write. I have 2 books that are published, fantasy fiction, and I've been studying different formats of writing. Some people want to be very structured. They have a perfect story mapped out, all the chapters, everywhere that it's going, they know where it's going. I like to study the authors that believe in letting yourself be guided by the characters, characters that you created. So they are this huge block, and you're just removing obstacles for them. That way they can continue a natural course of life. That way the book is more natural and it has a better flow to it. You know what I mean? Same thing with all my creative work, with videos, with music. I don't just sit there knowing what the outcome is. I just sit there chipping away all the excess. For video, for example, in Adobe Premiere, I love to layer up like 5 to 10 or 15, depends on how long this video is. I love to layer up all my content, and then I start chipping away what I don't want. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it takes not a long time to find what the product is, And I've talked to other video editors, and they're very weirded out about this process because they like to have everything linear. You pick and choose all the clips that you want to have. Yes, 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 perfect. But this is the way that I do it. You know, I chip away the excess and I let this video come to life on its own. Why? Because creativity comes to us. You know, I'm not creative. You know, I'm not the best producer and I'm not the best editor. I'm not forcing imagination out of me. You know, imagination is coming to me. So sometimes there is a video that has to be created that it's much better, much more creative, much more exciting than what I already have in my head. If I already had it in my head, I would be producing all kinds of just masterpieces, you know what I mean? But, you know, by removing things and just seeing how this video is forming itself, I'm just a vessel, I'm just a tool, you know, and I'm just chipping away these things and I'm discovering something new. So this is it, you know, discover something new. Imagine your writer's block as a sculpting block, not as a barrier. You know, it's not a wall, it is not an enemy. A writer's block is simply a huge rock and block that needs to be chipped away for you to discover your next great project, something that you enjoy. All right, well, that was our creative talk for today. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment if you want. We'll talk more about the creatives block.